Hi everyone, it's Cathay. Welcome to Treehouse Blues. Today's episode occurs at age 6. We lived in Silver Spring, Maryland. It is called Military Baby. Psst, Cathay. Like a bolt of lightning, I jerked awake in the velvet night. What is it, Daddy? Time to get up. Mommy's new baby is ready. But it's dark out. I shivered in my nightgown on the edge of the bed as I tried to peer through the shadows. Soon bundled up in our wool overcoats, Mike, Pat, and I tottered down the darkened cement steps to the waiting car below. It's cold! Frost glimmered over the frozen ground in the January night. Daddy carried baby Julie over his shoulder, her head drooping in a dead sleep, while he steered Mommy towards the passenger door. Huddled in the middle seat of the station wagon, I stared out the glass at the silent streets as they whispered past. Slowly we rumbled up the long stretch of roadway flanked by military shrubbery. We eased towards a tiny cubicle that glowed in the dark from within. Inside, a man in army uniform saluted. Daddy saluted back. "It's a soldier!" Mike whispered in my ear. We crunched to a halt before the emergency entrance of Walter Reed Army Hospital. Mommy and Daddy murmured in low tones to each other, while Mommy tried to tuck blankets around us in the back. "Leave the heater on for the children!" A moment later, the car motor churning, they slammed the doors and vanished. The car shimmied with the rhythm of the motor as it purred. Wafts of heat trickled into the back. I squinted through the shadows of our compartment. Baby Julie lay curled fast asleep on the seat, her head at one end, with Patrick framed around her, thumb in mouth. Mike sat ramrod straight beside them, eyes glowing like saucers in the dark. We gazed at each other, unable to move. And still the car purred. Suddenly, Mike jerked his head to stare past me out the window. I turned. The man in army uniform barreled towards us, growing larger by the second. I caught my breath as his huge hand swung onto the driver's door handle. Mike squealed. He jerked it open. Mike shrank against me. I froze. In slow motion, the long green arm reached across the driver's seat for the key and switched off the motor. The head with the wide, flat military hat rotated towards us. His massive face shone in the streetlight, his nostrils black and looming. "Where's your father and mother?" They're Mommy's having her baby and they're coming right back. At least Daddy's coming right back. There, Mike pointed. The man turned. "There's no one." He was right. I peered along with Mike through the gloom, willing Daddy to appear. At last, a head popped out of the far-off door and a familiar figure emerged. Daddy. The burly man shut the car door and tromped away. Moments later, that round, dimpled face took his place. Mike bounced up and down. "Daddy! Daddy! A soldier got in our car and turned it off!" Without a word, Daddy reached over and turned that same key. The station wagon roared back to life, and we rolled down the road in the dark to another parking lot. Amid waves of relief, Mike and I stumbled out of the car after Daddy, with Patrick and Julie in his arms, to wait out the waning night in his office. When at last I awoke on Daddy's swivel chair, we had a new baby brother. Timothy. Thank you. Until next time.